Okay, hi givers. This is Dennis from Give Asia. I have here with me today the Hazim, a fine young 20-year-old student or as national serviceman.
National service.
National serviceman.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what he did is that he and his group of friends actually started this volunteering group called A Little Change, and what they actually started a fundraising campaign on the Give Asia site. But for them, I think it's a little bit different. They do a lot of befriending rather than giving away groceries or stuff, whereby it's actually very mundane, which I think a lot of them are actually doing. But let's hear it from the Hazim, what is actually their way of approaching, and also what is their way of befriending all this beneficiary. Hi Hazim, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, good. Okay, cool. You mind sharing with us what is A Little Change all about?
Sure. So A Little Change really is about a platform provide for youths to engage the community. And
Okay.
engagement is something that we really wanted to focus on.
Right.
So from my past experience in volunteering, especially in schools and like the VIA curriculum / CIP curriculum, there's always been a lot of focus on the fundraising aspect, the
Okay.
raising awareness. And I think income inequality as well as underprivileged families in Singapore is not an issue that lacks awareness, because I'm pretty sure most Singaporeans will at least have heard about it on Channel News Asia
Yep.
and that sort of thing. And it's not something that lacks funding, because even the President Star Charity alone itself has funded about $7.66 million
Yes,
into
correct.
the cause itself.
Yeah.
So the problem is not the lack of funds, nor the lack of awareness, but I felt it was the lack of connection. Because do we all personally know stories from these groups of people?
Yes.
And that's something that I wanted to focus on. So that's where the element of community engagement comes in.
Okay.
So what A Little Change does is we provide opportunity for youths from any background to come down and actually hear these stories. So we use care packages as a means.
Care
So
packages, right. Use it for like a door opening kind of
Yes,
means.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So every festive season, we want to
Right.
cheer the lives of these people. So we come down to these one-room rental flats and give it. But the challenge is not to just give it and go. This is like a one-stop kind of thing. But rather, you give the care package to the person. You
Okay.
start a conversation with them.
Right.
So the care package acts as a means to overcome the initial awkwardness.
I see. Okay. So after you have given the care packages and then you start a conversation with them, do you mind if I ask what is next after that?
So usually, sometimes we'll assess the awkwardness levels. If we are able to warm to the person, then sometimes the person will actually invite us into his house, to his
Okay.
or her house, and then we will actually interact with their families.
Okay.
So we actually easily spend up to like an hour and a half in the house itself.
Right.
And especially the stories we hear is not just within the house but also around the neighborhood. You see those foreign workers who
The
actually
true
are
community stories.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you see the foreign workers going about the business, and then they never really interact with like Singaporeans like us. But if we come to them with a care package, and then you see their smiles, and then you talk to them about how their day is. There was this time in a French road where there was these drain cleaners. So they were all the way in the Longkang.
Right.
And then we noticed them, and then we were like, hey, these people need some cheering or like some happiness, and we wanted to come down. We went into the Longkang and actually just gave it to them, and then we talked to them. So these are like, we wanted to see an aspect of Singapore that we've never really seen before, especially
Okay.
from like the volunteers
Right.
that are in the group. So we wanted to see this side of Singapore and like explore.
I see. Okay. Does your group do any follow-up work with them? Like after you met them, you speak to them. Do you come back to to pay them a visit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our festive seasons usually we'll try and focus like to 2 to 3 locations.
Right.
So we never really spread ourselves thin. Not just like you go to one location, you stop, and then you go to a different location. But we focus to this 2 to 3 locations every festive season.
I see.
Usually coming back, so that we know that we don't want to parachute ourselves inside also. So we wanted to build the bonds with them.
Yep.
Build friendships with them.
That
was something-
require time.
That it requires time.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do the repetitive festive season with them.
I see. Wonderful. So how much are you looking to fundraise this time around?
Currently, we are looking about 5,000.
Okay.
Because we're actually expanding a lot of our projects. So
Right.
initially I talked about community engagement. Now the transition is from not just engaging and hearing these stories, but how do you help them help themselves as well? It's about community empowerment. That's what we believe in right now. So
Okay.
currently we have two new programs. So one is called A Little Camera.
Yeah.
A Little Camera is about bridging the communication gap between shift working parents as well as primary school going children.
Oh.
And it's a very specific problem because shift working parents, they have night shifts and everything. So at night they
Yes.
are not able to have dinner with their kids.
Children, yeah.
And primary school is an age where the children want to feel loved, they want to feel well cared for.
Yes.
And if the child comes back from school, doesn't really see the parent at dinner time, then it's a bit weird for them.
Okay.
So I wanted to bridge that communication gap, and it's not just through talking. We've tried many ideas, and actually we came about like why not use a camera, a simple piece of camera.
Okay.
So
I
these
get it.
people will
I saw
actually,
the camera, okay.
these families will actually use the camera as a means to capture their lives. So the parents will capture their own lives, and the child will capture their own lives.
Okay.
And then over a month or two, they'll actually come together and share the pictures around between
I
each
see.
other.
So there will be a this will be like a conversation starter. Okay, interesting.
And
Wow.
there's some aspects that the child doesn't know what the parents does, or like what the parent thinks the child does in school and sort of thing. So you see this kind of photos, you actually, and truly a picture tells 1,000 words.
Create a bond. Create
Creates a bond between them.
Yeah. Wow, you guys are really amazing.
Thank you.
You guys are really amazing. How big is your group of volunteers?
So currently we have about 127 volunteers.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. 127 volunteers. Okay. Okay, folks, you heard what Hazim has already shared with you, what they do and how they interact, and how they approach all those one-room rental flat beneficiary. So please, if you can, provide them some support and donate whatever amount that you're able to. No amount is actually too small to help. I wish you all the best in your fundraising. And guys, see the link there. Please click onto it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Hazim, for your time
Thank you
today.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye for now.
Alright.